Guys, let's have a conversation about saving money. Saving money is very hard. It's very, very hard because, you have to tell yourself, I just got paid. Let's spend. I need to buy this shoes. I need to buy this. Um, I need to buy this Costa every day, twice a day, three times a day. It's so much easy to listen to what your inner voice is telling you. But the reality is, you can have a nice coffee at home for like 1/10 of the price, or even one out of 100 of the price. You can have a good coffee. It's just all about making those habits. But we all know that creating habits is very difficult. Well, once you create them, you'll gain motivation when you see the money that you are saving growing. Okay, you have 1,000 now. Okay, I did this. Okay, but now I have 2,000 saved up. And again, it gives you that sense of gives you a certain peace, because if anything goes wrong, if your car breaks, if whatever, things happen, you can you have some money, so you're not, as you say, with your heart inside your mouth. You relaxed. So my point is, because what's the alternative? What's the alternative to spend everything the first 5 days after you get paid, and then eat bread the entire month? That's not. That's not nice. That's not, because you spent it all within the first 3-4 days. You know, the truth is, in life, you need to sacrifice. No matter, the same applies to the guy that earns 1,000 euros a month and the guy that earns 1 million a month. If the guy that earns 1 million splashes it everything in a house that costs 1 million, the rent is 1 million. You know, everyone has to have these habits of saving up, not just for the sake of saving, but investing. I think it's very tough to leave carpe diem, leave as you want to die tomorrow, because the truth is that most people, they live 80 years, 75. You need somehow to prepare your later stages in life. When after your 50s, 60s, your energy drops. You're not going to be able to work as much as you do now. You want a different lifestyle, you want comfort. Those things, they cost money. So in case you get there, hopefully you do, you need to be ready. You need to be to just have something that you can rely on later on in life. Imagine spending the last days of your life, or last years of your life, being stressed about money. It's better to try to get it out of the way now that you are young. And again, I'm not talking about money, fu money. I'm talking about money to give you a quiet life, a life that, you always have a home, you always have money to buy your food, you always have the basics, because in my opinion, you don't need to have a yacht to be happy. You just need money to travel now and then. You need those little pleasures in life that you can still have now, because when you become good with money, when you become good at saving up, living below your means, you can start, treating yourself. But the bad thing is, in my country, Portugal, we say one thing: don't be the 8 or the 80. You can't just be too stingy that you are even stressed because you have to save. But on the other hand, you can't just be the guy that earns 100 and spends 120. That's at least the way I see it. And I think it's important that people put that in their heads. If they want to be financially free, or at least have something behind them that can give you peace of mind, that imagine going to a job that you don't like, but you have to do it for 10 years, for 20 years, for 30 years, because you are in that rat race. If you have some money behind you, you can think differently, you can think clearly, you can see other options, you can see other paths to have a better life. Okay, right, I've rambled a lot. This is my longest video in this channel, so bye bye.